I'm going to show you a video on what is the difference between ebook and iBook and what you can do if you are about to. We'll start with iBook.
iBooks for iPad. eBooks have been around for a while. They're electronic versions of a regular paper-based book. You can flip pages back and forth, use a table of contents for different chapters, and even bookmark pages. They're a very nice and convenient way to read published material on your iPad. But now we have iBooks. Multi-touch iBooks take this experience to a whole new level. Publications become more engaging with videos, highly designed layouts, rich text and images, pop-ups for additional information, charts and images that can be expanded, and even embedded presentation running automatically but that the reader can control. And all of this is still using the Apple iBooks bookshelf, which is a standard app on all iPads. It's transforming static publications into interactive apps. Here are some of the interactive features of iBooks. iBooks are multi-touch with a very interactive table of content where readers swipe back and forth to choose a section, or tap on a page thumbnail to read it, minimize the page to go back to the table of content. It's that easy. They can also swipe pages to read the publication sequentially. We can add videos to your publications to really engage the reader. They can be viewed inside the iBook or full screen. The reader controls the experience. Interactive images let the reader explore a topic on their own, either inside the iBook or full screen to see more details. Where a picture is worth 1,000 words, an interactive picture takes this adage to a whole new level with iBooks. Image galleries allow you to show more than one image in the same area of the iBook. Again, it can be done inside the designated area or full screen. It's the reader's choice. But perhaps the coolest feature is that we can add advanced interactivity tools with the use of HTML and JavaScript code. In this case, we added a timeline that the reader uses to learn more about upcoming events. This feature can get very interesting when you connect to live databases for a publication that is always updated when the reader opens it. So let's discuss your publications and see how we can create iBooks to transmute them from static PDFs.
Okay. So that's the introduction video of what is iBook actually. So they did mention about a picture 6,000 words. You know, sometimes we don't want students to just look into words and just read the book thoroughly just based on the words given. So what we do is we add in a lot of pictures. But usually a typical book, a textbook, you only can put in like just one picture. So what if you want to do more, you want to put in more? So you can do that in your iBook. So here, now next I'm going to show you what I have done for my iBook. Okay, so basically this is how the iBook interface would look like. This is where we create. Alright? So I'm not going to tell you how to create. So for that you have to find the iPad team. And then you come in and then we will teach you how to create. But this is what I have done. Okay, and my major of course is in English. So I chose interpersonal communication skills as one of the subjects because I think that this particular subject has a lot of ways to show how, you know, probably I can make it more interactive. Sorry. Okay, so started with about the book. So we have to give an introduction about the book, about the author, since this is about me, and my chapter 1. Alright, so this is how it starts, getting to know interpersonal communication. So what I did is, it looks like a PowerPoint slide, but when you publish the book, it will not look like that. This is because it's still on preview mode. Alright, and then I have, you see this is like I have a few pictures put together, and every time, when when the picture is slided, because this is on definition on interpersonal communication. So what is interpersonal communication? So what I have is, down here, I have the explanation to it. So students, if you have seen interpersonal communication book, it's quite thick. So I practically took that, paraphrased it, rephrased it, and I put it in my words, and then I put in pictures to make it more interactive. I think Mr. Shah knows about that because he teaches interpersonal communication skill as well. And then here, you see I have a few pictures, and all my pictures are focused on my subject, because it's all about faces, gestures, people, and all. Okay, then my next one, the process of interpersonal communication takes about like a few pages on the textbook, but I just summarized it with this video. Here. There's no sound. I don't know when the sound. Okay. So is it okay if I just show you this? Okay. So there is actually sound in the background, I mean like there's music in the background, and this is how it goes. Here because it's okay. So practically, when you end this slide, this whole presentation, you see, this is how it will be. So this whole thing. So my students, if they want to know more about the process of communication, they can just watch this video. And this book, the main reason I created this book is because I don't want them to. This is like probably for a revision purpose. That once the semester is over, like probably towards the end, before their final exam, they would probably look into this book and try on few quizzes. Like I have few quizzes here, and then test yourself, okay? And then they probably look into it and just use this as a revision book, all right? And then diversity, and then you have pictures like this one. You can just make the pictures big, just like how it was earlier, okay? And then test yourself too, okay? And then, okay. I also used a different app because there's so many apps that you can use in order to create videos. So this one, I hope there will be a sound. Fantastic, yeah. So this is more on cartoon. So you have to create your own cartoon. So this will.
Are you ready?
This is like you create a cartoon. So it may look a bit like what is happening here. So this is about culture shock. So look at the character that I've chosen. It's more like some character that doesn't fit into this place. So that's the idea of culture shock actually, for you to be in some place that you don't fit. And the voice is mine. I did the voiceover. Yeah. So it's interesting because the more you explore, the more you. So basically, I'm just telling the story of culture shock with the help of the cartoon. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of improvement that we can do because this is just for the beginning. And then here, okay, like this one, Interactive 2.1 is all about culture. So this one is like, I have culture, and what is culture, the explanation. And then, as the student click on, they get to go closer and check on what are the definitions and what it means and all that. So this is one way of presentation. So I'm practically showing you how we can present iBook. Alright, and then I also put in keynotes. Alright, keynote is called, it's PowerPoint slides, but using the Apple Mac. So you can use keynotes, and then I just put them in because those are my lecture slides, so my students can refer to them. Alright, so that's another one. Okay, and then here, I also added in YouTube videos. So like these are things that we take from outsource, so it's definitely a must to credit and say where did we get the source, and this is relevant to cultures and experience. Alright? And equals 1. And then here I have, yeah. I didn't do the video. It's actually my students' assignment. So this is to give an exposure for students. Like, for example, just say in the beginning of this class, I will probably inform my students, okay, that you have iBook that you can access to, and what they can do is they can look into sample assignments of students with this. So instead of like us showing it in class, then probably they can just use this individually. So this is like cultural difference. So they get to interview Miss Ka. And then, so this is like listening, verbal and non-verbal communication. So I use relevant pictures. And then here, gestures in Malaysia. Very nice.
Number 1, razor grip.
you'll be more enthusiastic. And the reason, another point why I included, of course, I credited that students of STP, Intec Education College, because one reason we are doing this is indirectly we are promoting Intec. So I'm pretty sure they have used very well on the backdrops and all the mural paintings of Intec. So it looked very beautiful. So I chose this as one. And okay, so of course there's a lot of reading as well. So I just put in important points and important reading notes for them. Okay, and then again I used like sample like this. This is like a 3 minutes video, so you can actually plan for your own video. You can make it 1 minute if you want. You can make it 2 minutes. It's okay. All right, and then you just have to present that like this, and then in the end, it looks like this one. Okay, so that is one verbal communication. Okay, and then. Okay, so emotional and conversational messages. Okay, so this one I made my own video on explaining the 3 theories of emotions. I had no choice. Actually, I had no choice because I have to show them something like what can I do. Okay, so what I practically did was, okay, this is I used TouchCast. This was me just this year, not 3 years back. Okay, so this is like this. So when I talk. So you can see it's like a Skype, but it's actually recorded and you can put it into your iBook. All right. So when I talk, I put in my lecture slides and then I put in examples, and then as I talk, I explain to them. It's like they're into a virtual classroom. Okay. So there goes, and then the whole chapter practically I explain about the theories, and I'm just there. So probably the students may feel a bit confident when they see me, maybe. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's another way of representing it. Okay, and then I use a model of emotions, and this, emotion intelligence. And then I put in keynote again. And then here I have pictures, I just keep, adding as much as I can so that they have more to see. Because they have learned a lot, so they have more to see. And then this is interpersonal, a relationship and conflict. So it's almost done. So practically, that's all. That's iBooks is all about. Okay, so who's interested in joining the iPad team? I should be asking this later. I mean, so any questions you guys want to ask? So do you think this could be good for students? In long term, probably if Intec is, if we are encouraging students to get iPad in education, like just say iPad in classrooms, so probably we can do this for students. And but we have a lot of work to do, that's for sure. But I think it's definitely going to be worth it. Okay? Okay, so just like how I searched iBooks, so once my book is published, so they can actually search the book and they can download it. But that can be only done once it's published. So for that, we have a lot of protocols to go on. And then, and another thing is students must have at least iPad. And so without Android, iPhone can. Any of Apple products. If they have, then probably they can just download. So with Android, definitely not. And I think that I can also do, another thing is like I convert it to PDF and I can also give that to students, but that will not be good because that will be not interactive. So there's no point at all. It won't be iBook at all. Alright, any other questions guys? Alright.
Any substitute product for iBooks?
Substitute product?
Maybe.
We are yet to find out. We are not pretty sure. Maybe there should be, because that's what technology is, right? When the A doesn't work, B is always there. So we may have one, but we don't want shortcuts. We don't want shortcuts. Yeah.
Students can access the iBooks now, right?
Now?
Yes.
No, currently cannot, because I haven't published my book.
So you need to finish one book,
Okay.
and then publish it, and then students can access.
Yes. Actually, I can finish at least a chapter, and then I can publish. But I think it won't be very professional in that way because we want to publish a good book. So we are actually still in the process of doing it. So we almost are done. We are done. My book is almost done, but it's not complete, I would say. There's a lot of information on this thing. So
But we need to pay to Apple to publish the book or
I think yes, there's a bit of protocols on that, but we can also make money out of it. Like probably when you,
so the student, if student want to access the iBook, need to pay
No.
for
not all books need to be paid. So it's actually Intec's copyright, right? So it depends on Intec whether they want to charge the students or not. Yeah. For long term, probably like even $1 per book. Just imagine your class you have 30 students, so like $30, Intec can make about 120 ringgit.
Let's say spend your money to your book, right?
Yeah.
To our book.
Yeah, to your book.
Or it depends to the
It's actually, it's the publisher's decision actually. But I think if you want to buy, probably there'll be royalty to Mac as well. I mean, Apple as well. I think so, but we're not pretty sure about that. Just do that. Yeah. All right. Okay, so that's it. Any other questions you want to ask? Yes, for long term, when we got into this project of iPad in education, we were told that probably once if we are successful and then if we see that we are capable of publishing, probably this is one way of encouraging Intec to make money as well. I think and there's nothing wrong. At the end of the day, even as lecturers, our names are also being published. So that means we have credits as well. So when someone is adapting our book, probably they will credit us as well. So there's always good thing. Alright? Okay, so now this is just a general introduction. And Ms. Hajar here, she's going to focus more on mathematics and technical aspects of iBook. Alright, thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So you know my name, right? Okay, my name is Hajar and I'm going to talk about math education using iBooks. So basically, Kay has talked a lot about iBook already. So I'm gonna be quick. So this is keynote actually. So math education in iBooks, using iBooks, sorry. So what does .iBooks means? So basically, ebook is, when you have ebooks, usually it is .pdf, .epub, basically, right? So .iBooks is basically extension for iBooks lah. Alright, so it is an interactive book which incorporates large variety of interactive features via widgets. So widgets can be glossary, pictures, calculators for math, and a lot of questions. Alright, so basically an ebook with extra properties from Apple which can be viewed by Apple device with iOS operating systems only. So you are encouraged to get Apple products. Even I don't have Apple products yet. This is Intec's property. Alright, so using iBook Author is to make iBooks actually, you can create a full-length and interactive math lessons. What you need to have is your existing materials, means your knowledge, right? You already have all the materials and use that as your leverage. And then you can present it in engaging digital ways. You create digital math based on existing curriculum. So basically, you want to make it more interactive rather than just flip through the page, go words by words. So how to successfully achieve the purpose of creating iBooks? This is actually just my opinions. So you have to have the elements of suspense. It's like you want the students to go through the journey throughout your books, iBooks. You want them to have the element of suspense. It's like watching suspense movie, right? You want them to keep asking, what's next, what's next? You want them to successfully learn the knowledge without having anyone to instruct them. And you want to ensure the goals of one topic can adhere to another topic. That means if they haven't learned this topic, they cannot move on to another topics. Right, so this is sample of quiz that I have put in my iBooks. I will show you through my iBooks after this. So this is like, I put a keynote. Keynote is, what I do here is a moving graph which can be shown later. Right, this is like a pop over. You click on something like this button, then you can see extra information given. Then this is like, you have a hyperlink over there. You can go to page 21 to refer to what does that particular page means. Alright, so now I'm going to show you through my iBook just for quick. So my iBook is nowhere near perfect, I'm sure, because it's still learning, right? So even just this couple weeks, I have found something that I think I want to add to that topic. So I don't think the topic that I've done here is nowhere, is near perfect already. So it's still, there's still room to improve that topic. So this is what I've done. Calculus for topic 1 only actually. So you can see I only have for topic 1. So I have what I'm doing is for chapter 1, limits and continuity, because I have teach calculus before, not this semester. Alright, so basically I start with a simple explanation on limits and continuity. Then we have a picture of Intec with no purpose. Alright, so okay, so this is the first subtopic. You have the learning outcomes. You also have a few pictures here which students can flip over to trigger their how to start thinking on this topic. That means what can this topic be used to in real life situations. But of course there's no answer, only questions. Alright, so this is more, I haven't learned how to make it less words because for maths you know. Alright, so I have a graph here for this example, and if you click here you can have the explanation for the graph. Here is the example given, then you can click here, there's extra information given. Then this is the keynote that I have shown you before. I put it in automatic. It moves automatically once you flip to that page. So basically this explains on the limit process on the area problem, and this explains on the limit process of the tangent line problem. Right, so you can also make it big actually. Okay, this is the part 2, subtopic 2. You have the learning outcome, examples, and explanation on the previous example. You have this extra information. Then some more keynotes you can see is moving, what happens to the value of x. Of course it's not complete yet because I haven't leveled it. Alright, so this is a review to check on their understanding. So you can just go through the quizzes, and then more example, more quizzes, more example, more quizzes, and so on. Alright, so this is like just to check the understanding if they want to. Okay, I give a piecewise defined function, right? So you can see a bunch of functions on the same axis. So basically, I want them to test their knowledge on whether the limit exists or not at that point. So if they click, they will know the answer. So at this point, they will know the answer, and the rest you can just click it. Okay, so this is the next subtopic, the learning outcomes, and then the information on the asymptotes. Also the keynotes again. So basically what I have been using is keynotes and keynotes and keynotes. Alright, so and to use iBook Author in math education, to create a math lesson, you have to know how to insert the equations, and it is LaTeX. How to pronounce it? So this is actually the first time I'm using LaTeX, so I'm not very good in it yet. So it's basically time consuming just to figure out how to write down the limit and how to write down the piecewise function. Alright, so this here you can see I have a hyperlink here. If I click here, I can go to the page I'm referring to, then back to that page. So the rest of it is just to be continued. See, it's not finished yet. Alright, so this is the last subtopic, and we have galleries here, a picture to display on type of discontinuity. I have all the graph and the explanation, and the example. This graph refer to this example, and then I have this graph refer to this example, and this is the keynotes on intermediate value theorem, and also how to approximate the roots from the intermediate value theorem, and also the quiz. That's all. Do you have any questions? Yes. That's why it's time consuming. Anything else? Would you like to join me in math? It's interesting. Just a bit exhausting. I always love how to code, so I love learning LaTeX actually. LaTeX is very coding and coding. Yeah, not really, it's computer actually. Alright, so I think that's all from me. If you don't have any questions, then this is where I stop. Okay, thank you very much for listening.